Oh, that's right. Don't ever stop talking, and actually, sometimes people say, and would you please quit talking? That's right. Would you please quit talking for just a moment? I hear you all the time on the radio. Whether it's a commercial or you're live on the radio, you're always around. You're always in my ear. There you go. Anyways, how's everybody doing this morning? We are live right now on WCRS 98.5 FM. As we used to say, not too hot, not too cold. Right here live on WCRS 98.5 FM and 1450 AM. Gorgeous day out there. Hope you are going to have a good one. It's going to be hot, though, so be careful about leaving pets out. Make sure they've got water out there and not hot water. You know, if you put water in a metal container, it is going to get hot, and you leave it outside with this weather, FYI. So, also, this is really big news, and I've waited till now to tell you. I have had in the last 28 days over 17,000 views of our Facebook Live posts. But basically, it's Facebook Live that is driving this number. So believe it or not, I qualify for y'all if y'all want to give me a star with little pennies. This is how when you've reached another phase in your development on Facebook that you can monetize and get, this is what people do on podcasts where they're giving little gifts and it's a penny here, 5 cents, this type of thing. So I've turned it on. I don't know exactly how it works. I got to figure this out, but I qualify for stars now. Be still my heart. And it is all because of y'all listening and going back and liking and sharing the videos. So keep on doing it. Don't stop now. I don't know what's at the next level, but I'm sure there must be something really exciting when you get to the next level. And of course, we have great guests right here on WCRS, particularly on the afternoon show. We have great guests always coming on. This week, we do have, I may have to shuffle the deck here a little bit, but because I'm working on something that could be really big here that I can't tell you yet, but this could be really big on a Thursday afternoon show, so you're going to want to stay tuned. But tomorrow afternoon, this is pretty big. We're going to have State's Attorney Alan Wilson with us. Then we're going to have, for half an hour, he'll be calling in. And then for the other half hour, we're going to have David Stumbo. Maybe you will get an announcement right here on WCRS, okay? Then on Wednesday, the 11th, Anthony Price from over there at Pathway House is going to join us. And on Thursday, well, I don't think I better say because I don't want to jinx it, but I'm supposed to find out. But anyways, this week could be an exciting week on WCRS Radio as we talk about some of the issues facing our community and some people wanting to come forth and talk about them. So I am excited about that. As I said, the one that is cast in stone for tomorrow is definitely Alan Wilson, unless they call and tell me they can't come on. But Alan Wilson and then David Stumbo. So hopefully we'll get some good updates there. All right, moving on here this morning. Before I forget, I need to give you an update to the Penny Diary. I know there's lots of you out there who just can't wait for Penny to have her own penny camp. And lately, she's been telling me she thinks she's about ready. I keep telling her you got to sit still. You can't be zipping off other places if you got a penny cam on you. So we're trying to negotiate that right now. I know this is going to cost me more than a few treats for this, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So she is going to be joining the show really soon. She's telling me that she started a little her own notebook of things that she thinks people would like to know about her life, about how how sometimes I can be a little stern with her, and how she doesn't think it's fair because from a child's perspective, she's done nothing wrong. Nothing. So, anyways, we'll be adding Penny here real soon. But, this morning we go outside and there's crows in the field. And the crows are sitting there, and Penny comes out the door, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going, oh, Lord, we'll never get out there to do our business. And as predicted, she stops right outside the door. She freezes in half lifting up the paw, and she's just standing there looking at the crows. And I'm going, oh my God, this is going to take forever. I don't have time to let her off the leash and go chase the crows, which is what she really loves to do. So I'm walking out towards the crows. She's standing there going, you're blowing it, Mom. You're blowing it. I keep walking. I'm trying to get the crows to go away. They're just like, we know you guys. Anyways, so we walk out there. She waits till I get out there in the field, and I have a retractable leash, and she has a pretty good, 14 feet, something like that. Anyways, she stands back, and then she goes, I'm going to pop that leash right out of her hand. So here she comes, flying down the boardwalk, coming across the field, and I'm holding on for dear life. And instead of me getting popped, she goes, popped right back at me. Fortunately, she's got her harness on, so it's no problem. But still, it is something to see. And she's like, who do you think you are, Missy? Keeping me from my friends. I want to go chase them. I want to go have a good fun. I want to get some exercise and keep my slim, trim figure in good shape. So now I'm trying to convince her why we're out there. Come on, let's go potty. Let's go potty. Hurry up, let's go potty. And she's like, she does her little crouchy down thing and does her pee, and then she looks back at me. There, is that enough for you? So now we're walking around a little bit more, and I'm saying, come on, let's go, let's do the other potty here. And all of a sudden, she sees crows over in another part of the field. She's watching, and she knows she's not going to get out of there. She lunges, and of course, she doesn't do it. She flops down on the ground and goes, I'm not doing anything till you let me off and let me go chase the crows. Do you know I had to pick that dog up and get her back inside here, or we wouldn't be on the air now? Boy, was she irritated. Why do I have to do this? Why don't you just go do the show and I'll stay out here and chase the birds to my content? Another story from the Penny Diaries. We have a similar story from the night before where the 3 deer were out there in the field, and Penny got beautified on Sunday morning, and she just looks so beautiful. She's so clean and everything, and she's looking at me. It's the 3 deer, and they're standing there going, snorting like, they're not going to do anything. And I'm trying to yell at the deer, okay, time to leave, and they're going, and let us just eat a little bit more. So the deer keep eating. Penny's in her stalking mode. Finally, I said something that made the deer move at least a little bit. Penny, of course, my arm, I'm sure it's going to get dislocated. She can really, even though she's less than 20 pounds, she can really pack a punch when she gets going. Well, I survived that one too. Anyways. Penny is Penny. She is quite an entertainer. People seem to love her when they come in. Marty Brown was here Saturday morning. That was the highlight of the week, was to have Marty on the, we had the swinging medallions too, so we've been doing pretty good with having good entertainment right here on WCRS. Marty Brown and his wife were an absolute delight. Marty Brown has been a star. He's been on America's Got Talent. He got down to the semifinals. He regaled us with his stories about how he ended up on America's Got Talent. He also sang for us right here on the radio. His wife Shelley is an absolute delight. I found out Saturday night that she actually had a band, and she gave up teaching in it. She was an English teacher, I think, in high school. She gave that up. She was living in Nashville. She gave that up, said she was going to give herself 1 year to become a star, and she had her band. In the meantime, she meets Marty, and, well, she became dedicated to helping Marty. Saturday night at the concert, however, at the Fiddle and Bow, she got up there and sang with Marty, and it just was terrific. It just was terrific. You should know that Marty Brown has on the back of his guitar the wedding picture of he and his wife laminated on the back of his guitar. Just so sweet, so sweet. Really nice couple, really nice people. A lot of entertainers, they do their show, they graciously shake a few hands, take a few pictures, and then they're out of there. Marty Brown Saturday night did all that, shook hands, told stories, asked people questions, was engaged with them, and then at the end, a group of young gals were sitting there waiting patiently. And one of them said, we want you to sing us. We want to take a picture with you. And so he goes, oh, sure, I'll sit there. And he sat there on the stage with them and took a picture. And then he says, then they say, we want you to sing this song for us. And he goes, oh, I'd love to. So he grabs his guitar, he sits down, he starts singing, he's getting them to sing. It was such an after-show moment that I will remember forever, because how many artists do you know when they finish doing the job that they finish doing the job and they're ready to go? Not Marty Brown. He was terrific. So much fun, so gracious. He and his wife just worked so hard to make sure that everybody there had a great time. If you ever get the opportunity to see Marty Brown, please take that opportunity to see him. You will not be disappointed. Now, if you only like rap music, you might be disappointed. But if you like good music and classic country, you would love Marty Brown. He also was a huge songwriter, still writing songs. In fact, he has a song out that George Strait just picked up. It's called To the Moon, and was written by Marty Brown and George Strait after 20 years of Marty trying to get after 20 years of Marty Brown trying to get George Strait to pick up one of his songs. George Strait has finally picked up a song, and it's called To the Moon. It's a beautiful song. I hope you play it. And I think on Saturday, we are going to do an in-depth, we won't have Marty Brown here, but we'll really be able to play some music and really have a total show. It just was a delight, and I personally would enjoy reliving and talking more in depth about his music and about him. So, that's what's going on. You can go back and see that Facebook Live on our page, WCRS 98.5 FM /1450 AM. And sometime this week, big announcement, we are going to be putting all our videos from Facebook Live this last year on YouTube, and you'll be able to go back and watch them on YouTube. So that's another thing that is happening. So stay tuned, and I'll give you the link for that. All right, what else is going on in the world? It's on fire. I guess that's just what we ought to say. It's on fire. Not on fire from forest fires, although I thought it was good news. They have finally got that fire totally out and contained and out down there in outside of Myrtle Beach that we've been dealing with. That's good. But these riots that are happening in California, this is the only thing that seems to be out there in the news. I mean, you turn the TV on, you're going to see clips of this going on. You'll see Mayor Bass telling Trump and the federal government to get the heck out of our city, our state, and it's just It's just a mess. I think what Trump is doing is great. Is great. I think this is what happened before things got out of hand, and they didn't stop till the whole city. If you remember the George Floyd and Waltz not calling out the National Guard and all this kind of stuff, this is a good thing. So. How it's going to end, who knows? Who knows? ICE is doing their job. This is just insanity that this is what is happening. It's insanity that ICE is wearing masks to try to cover up who they are so they won't get attacked by these crazy people out there, these crazy people. That's really all I'm going to say. It's a mess. Who knows where it's going to end? I don't know. But that is, hopefully it will end without much more problems out there. But it doesn't seem like the Governor Newsom, what's her name? Black House of Representatives out there, old lady was out there trying to, what are you going to do? Shoot me? What are you going to do? Shoot me? You guys need to go home. I mean, Waters, yes, Maxine Waters. What a crapola thing for someone to do just to be able to get on the news. I find it disgusting, just disgusting. And but this is the type of thing, they seem to say that it is Republicans that are causing the problem. To me, it sure looks like the Democrats are the ones that are egging this on. So that's what I wanted to talk about. That's what I just wanted to mention that. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. It's just too much. However, I would like to talk about one thing here this morning. Where the heck did McMaster and the tourism team decide that Henry McMaster bobbleheads would be something that would sell well in the gift shop? I'm going to tell you what. I have said for quite a while Republicans are losing their mind. I'm pretty sure they have. Just going to say it. Can you believe that we have bobbleheads of Governor McMaster? What the heck? And they've been selling, not too bad. They did it, what'd they do? Last week, I think it was yeah, here we go. Here's my article on it. Just such a hoot. Popular bobbleheads of Governor McMaster benefit the South Carolina parks. Well, I think that's great. But why would we even do this? They've never done bobbleheads before, and they're thinking, why not? We could have a whole collection of our South Carolina officials with bobbleheads because they're all saying yes, that's right. He didn't override any of the things that I think he should have overrid in the budget. So why not? Why do we have bobbleheads with these things bobbing up and down saying, yes, I'm a yes woman. Yes, man. I'm a yes man. I'm all the way out the door almost, and I'm a yes man. I know Governor McMaster would not be happy to hear that from me, but that's kind of how I feel. This thing with, you know what I'm going to talk about, the thing, I'm only going to mention it, this thing with the raises for the senators in the House of Representatives, $18,000 a year, effective July 1st. Effective July 1st is just too much for me to even think about, and why they're doing this is beyond me, but maybe it'll be challenged on some constitutionality. Would somebody please think of some reason why this can't go through? But the base of the bobblehead reads, Henry McMaster, 117th governor of South Carolina, and has the distinction of the first bobblehead for South Carolina. It doesn't say that second part. It just says Henry McMaster, 117th governor of South Carolina. This is the first time staff of the Department of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism, which runs the gift shop, are aware of a novelty item featuring the likeness of a governor being sold at the State House. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Evidently, Henry bought one or two, and he may have to buy some more and gift them to people that come and see him. So probably single-handedly, Henry McMaster will help keep sales up, so they'll have them. Let's see, how many were sold in the first 2 weeks? As of Thursday, the gift shop had sold 28 of the 150 bobbleheads it ordered, despite less foot traffic from lobbyists and legislators because they were on break. Yeah, what do you want to do? Oh, they're $50 a piece for these bobbleheads. Can you believe this? All right. So anyways, and then if you are truly a supporter, have you got to have and you're in the legislature, does everybody have to buy that's a Republican have to buy a bobblehead and have it on their desk? Should the governor walk in, he's go, oh yeah, you bought my bobblehead. That's good. Yeah, okay. Anyways, I think that's pretty hysterical. Pretty hysterical. So a couple of other stories that are that I thought might be of interest to you, and then we're going to talk a little bit about upcoming things. By the way, this evening, the school board is having called a meeting. I believe it starts at 6:15 and it will be streamed. So don't know if they're going to make any announcement. I don't know. I know it has some of the conversation is going to be about hiring a new superintendent. Don't know what else is going to be discussed, but that will be at 6:15 this evening. I certainly hope we'll get to know exactly what is happening. Maybe they had to give the people or person that they had wanted some time to make up their mind. I don't know. All I do know is that the school board is meeting at 6:15 tonight. 6:15 tonight. So love for you to be watching that. If you can't watch it, you can go back and watch it right there from go to District 50's website and you'll be able to watch it. So that's a couple of things that are going on. Did you hear about this article? The electric vehicle battery company halts construction of its South Carolina manufacturing plant. Governor McMaster points to uncertainty in Washington, but urges people to just relax. You didn't want those damn batteries anyway, so what the heck? He didn't say that. I added that line, but he did tell people just to relax. A battery cell maker is pausing work on its manufacturing plant under construction in the PD, delaying its pledge of 1,600 new jobs for South Carolinians. Envision Automotive Energy Supply Company announced the work stoppage Thursday, 2 years after breaking ground on the facility. That says that AESC has informed the state of South Carolina and our local partners that due to policy and market uncertainty, we are pausing construction at our South Carolina facility at this time. We anticipate being able to resume construction once circumstances stabilize. The Japanese headquartered firm already has invested more than $1 billion into the Florence facility. He said the company fully intends to meet our commitments to invest $1.6 billion and create 1,600 jobs, quote, in the coming years, but did not indicate what the new timeline might be. The company declined to provide further comment. So, anyways, we hate to see this happen, but a pause is okay, said Governor McMaster, noting a temporary suspension last week. So that's some of the things that are out there in the news. There's a lot more I can talk about, but I don't think I'm going to. We are, of course, there's a lot of concern with the tariffs and everything, where this is going to go. I think that that Donald Trump is getting a little froggy. I'll just say he seems to be getting a little froggy. He needs to go back and remember it where he came from on this second term. I think it was a shame that he decided he was too busy to talk to Elon Musk. He may have the power, and he will have the power because he is the most powerful man in the world. Okay. But you never, ever should turn down allies. And what do they actually say? There is an old phrase, if you've been around for a long time, that says, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. Why is he pushing Elon Musk away? Is it just to show complete and total dominance? I think it's a shame. I think he should have talked to him. He should have made the time to talk to him just so he could say, yes, we talked and things aren't any better. Okay, whatever. But at least there would have been a conversation. This is not good for the country. Of course, people are going to support the president. But remember this. Elon Musk was pivotal in Donald Trump getting elected, and in my opinion, as pivotal as he was in helping the president get elected, he can work against it. So I'm not really sure where all that is going. But I think this is a shame. I think the two should kiss and make up. And even if you're not totally close friends, they should have a healthy respect for each other and support the mission of making America great, making America rich, making it healthy, all these things that want to be accomplished. I think we should get together instead of this back and forth and giving the media and the Democrats the fodder to say some of the things they say. But time will tell. Maybe you'll have a second thought. One of the things that I did think that was interesting in the news, China and the U.S. are having a discussion about trade and tariffs and this type of thing. I read an article in the last couple of weeks anyways, that said that a huge deposit of rare earth minerals had been found here in the U.S. And I don't remember where it was. I just know it had been found. I did not realize, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but in this article, it said that I don't know why, well, I do, that we send our rare earth minerals to China to let them refine them, and then they send them back to us. So they are providing a service. It's not necessarily, although I do believe China has gone out and tried to scoff up as many of the rare earth minerals as they can from all over the world. I'm not saying that, but that we send our rare earth minerals there. So I guess in some cases they have been being held hostage in coming out, or maybe they hadn't refined them. I'm not sure. I've got to do a little more study on it. But the interesting thing is, it was said that China was going to see about sending back some of these rare earth minerals that they had refined back to the U.S. Question: why are we not refining them here? I believe the answer is because they are very toxic. And in China, they don't care about their people or anything. And here in the United States, we do. I believe maybe that's what the answer is, but I don't know that. So just wanted to put that out there. But a huge deposit was discovered right here in the United States of America. And that was a good thing. And it is a good thing. But anyway, so that's one thing. Yeah. Somebody just made a comment, and while I'm not going to say specifically what it is, I am going to say this. Can you imagine bobbleheads of some of our local politicians? I'm a yes man. I'm a yes man. I'm a no man. Yeah, instead of a bobblehead with it bobbling up and down, we need to have the bobblehead that goes, no, no, no. Has there ever been a bobblehead made that goes no, no, no instead of up and down with a yes, yes, yes? That's what I'd like to see. Yes, okay. But anyways, yes, I can see more politicians getting in on this idea of creating their own bobbleheads to finance a campaign, for example. Vote for me. I'm a yes man. Oh, I just think that would be hysterical. Yeah, right. I love it. Yep. And so think about it. Does that really give you pause to think about this? Yeah, new way to raise money for a campaign. Make your own bobblehead. Preferably one that said no, no, no instead of yes, yes, yes. I think it's time for this. I think it's time for this right here on WCRS. Shame on you. Shame on you. And it's a doggone shame. There you go. Shame. Oh my gosh. All right. Anyways, moving on. We've got a couple other things I want to talk about here this morning. We've talked about the Penny Diary. She is getting pretty insistent that she get her chair right over here beside me so she can sit up here and be taking attention away from me. Thank God I'll be able to have several cameras, and if she's not behaving, I'll just blank her camera out. That's right. Or I'll just put her picture up there so you can't. Maybe I should go ahead and do that. Maybe I'll go ahead and get a picture of Penny and post it on our Facebook Live so you can see Penny before she gets all jazzed up. We'll do that. That's a good idea. All right. A couple other things. There is a lot of discussion. Rockwise had an opinion piece in the Index Journal. I was going to try to talk about that a little bit today, but I think I'll pass on that. We'll try to get to that tomorrow. Interesting article. It's basically, are Democrats Christians? There you go. I think that's right. I think that's what I remember from it. And are Republicans the only one that can be Christians? Interesting surmise. Andy Barak has an opinion piece also. And so that's a interesting one too. So if you haven't read those, you might want to read those. I want to talk about those probably tomorrow. What else did I want to get to here this morning? Oh, who knows? Let's see, what else do we have? I hope we're going to be able to pull off something that I think you will find very interesting and informative right here on WCRS. This was proposed to me, I think it was yesterday, so I'm waiting for an answer back to see if a couple of people are going to come on and talk about it, and I hope everything that we have planned for Thursday is going to come on. So, that's a couple of things that are interesting to talk about. What else did I have? Somebody just said some days you might need 2 hours on the air. It's true. Some days there is so much good stuff out there to talk. Well, I mean, it's a question of good stuff, right? It's a kind of a question, but some days there is so much out there to talk about, you just can't get it in the time allotted. Let's see. What was this one? Oh, yes. We've had a new circuit court judge that's been, Governor Henry McMaster appoints 13th Circuit solicitor following resignation. And that happened last week. Cindy S. Craig to serve as the next 13th Circuit solicitor following the resignation of Solicitor Walter Wilkins. And she's a Greenville resident. She's had her own law practice. She's previously served as chief of staff to U.S., this is why I wanted to talk about this, to U.S. Representative Trey Gowdy from 2011 to 2019, and spent more than 8 years as an assistant solicitor in South Carolina's 7th Circuit Solicitor's Office. So that is most interesting. Crick will serve until a successor qualifies as provided by law. The order was effective immediately. So that is Cindy S. Crick. She served as assistant solicitor in South Carolina's 7th Circuit Solicitor's Office, and she served as Chief of Staff to U.S. Representative Trey Gowdy from 2011 to 2019. And so she is a well-qualified person, and you just wonder, is she even able to be up to be the solicitor for the 13th district, or is this simply a temporary role? But she has been appointed to that role by the governor. June 19th is coming up. They've got a lot of celebrations that are going to be happening this weekend, Juneteenth. And so that's to celebrate that. It's also Father's Day coming up this weekend. I hope that you're going to make some good plans to do some fun stuff with Dad. Dads get such bad raps sometimes. It's nice to celebrate them. And, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Dairy Queen, I was there Saturday, and I had a blizzard, a small one. Did you know you can get a mini blizzard? Now, this has opened up a whole lot of new realms for me, because I always look at a blizzard, too many calories. But they now have a mini. So if you want to taste, or Penny told me the mini was really for dogs. So she told me that it really was for her. But anyways, the mini blizzard is out there. You can buy blizzards, all different sizes. But now they even do blizzard cakes. So you can design whatever type of cake you want with every type of blizzard that they have, and they will make you a blizzard cake. You also can walk right in there, and they try to keep them right there in the freezer. You can pick them right up. But that would be a great thing to do for Dad, as just part of the celebration for Father's Day this weekend. Hey, you know what? I'm Ann Eller. I'm going to get out there and take Penny outside in the field and see if any crows are still hanging out there. I hope there's a crow or two so I can let her off her leash and let her go wild and crazy. In the meantime, I got to have a pack of crackers with me. You got to have, when you have a dog. I mean, I didn't realize all these things about puppy training, but you've got to have a high value treat to make them come back. And crackers for Penny are a high value treat. So you take a whole tube of Ritz crackers out there, you have one for yourself, and then you yell to her and show her the tube of crackers. She comes like a bolt just right back there and sits right down and says, "Can I have a cracker, please?" Anyways, I'm Ann Eller. This is WCRS Radio. I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll be talking again tomorrow, and then tomorrow afternoon for sure. We have Alan Wilson and David Stumbo talking to us on the radio tomorrow afternoon. Wednesday, Anthony Price, unless I end up moving things around because I got something really special. And Thursday could be really special too. So you keep tuned right here to WCRS. And remember, I've reached the status of star. So you can start sending me stars. I don't know how it works or anything else. I understand a star can be like a penny. So that's a penny for your thoughts right here on WCRS Radio. Have a great day. That's going to do it for me right here on WCRS. Bye-bye, everybody. Let's take it away and take it away.
Keep on sharing. The phones are open. Keep on laughing. Give us a call. You gotta keep on caring. As long as you've got a voice, don't ever stop. As long as you've got truth, don't ever stop. You're on the air. As long as you've got love. What's on your mind?